and listen to that saxophone. Welcome out to another week of Gunpla and Chill. It has been a little bit of time since our last stream. Couple different issues. One, internet was being super buggy. Found out the issue though. Should be all good, which I'm super excited for. Additionally, we also had the holiday. Took some time off from streaming, not Gundam building. Nope. Still worked on some um, other projects, specifically finishing up from the shelf, well, on the shelf now, my version of Aegis Gundam. I want to say he came out really, really solid, even with just the sticker decals and the dry transfers. I love dry transfers, actually, they're my favorite. So, some more pictures to be coming soon on Discord as well, especially in full transform mode for him as well. So back on the Gundam Seed shelf he goes. So tonight with Gundam Wingsday, we're working back on Vayeate, one of the two to go on here. So I did paint them up, and I couldn't help myself. I assembled the painted unit at this point, and the torso and head had just come out so happy with how it did. So how to put it together. So I mean, granted, there's not much to it when you get to this, and it's a high grade. We're not going to do any panel lining right now. I wasn't looking forward to doing that yet because I really do want to work on that. I don't know. Let's see what they call it instead of the instruction booklet. They call it the beam cannon generator and beam cannon. So I am absolutely stoked to make this one and to make this unit. So we've got the torso all completed. What's up, Evo Mikey? Glad to see you jumped in. Um, so we're gonna look at a couple different things here. Definitely gonna call it all out, maybe and clean it all up too, as well. But I'm really interested to see like how this is supposed to look in general. We got a couple interesting things for it. We have this little rubber covered wire here specifically to help show like the tubes. This is what it looks like so far from what I can tell. Um, Probably gonna have to do some seam line repair or some what's it called? What's it called? Oh goodness, scribing. Oh, to go ahead and make this look correct. So let's go ahead and hop to it. Once again, a whole dedicated runner for it. We probably have some PC parts here as well, and probably some C3 parts too. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and get those ready for it. I did want to note one thing though. When I went to go create this light blue color, that is the painted blue. I went based upon the color sheet, and it was not accurate. Um, it needed a lot more white than what it said. It said 80% to 20% blue. Yeah, I ended up having to go in like 95% white with 10% blue in order to get the color. But it came out. I stored it, and once again, I think it came out really, really swell. And there's only a little bit left of light blue to do as well, and that's just the shoulder pieces. But I think we've got all that we need to go ahead and start jumping in for this. Hopefully you had a wonderful holiday, good relaxing time. I definitely took some time for myself, got to spend some time with the family, got to get caught up in some of my movie watching. Man, I have done a really bad job of watching any of the movies that have come out in the latter end of 2020 and 2021. So I binged some movies over this past 2 weeks. So go ahead, you're welcome to drop into the chat. What did you do? Besides like me, I also did build that master grade Aegis Gundam though as well and finished him up. Such a good build, but man, he was a challenge. He was a painting challenge, especially for the the side thrusters. So I think if I would have streamed that one, it literally would have taken me like all year to show that process. I spent so many hours on it. But weird fact though, even though I spent so many hours on it, it only took me 2 weeks. We could actually probably do there's clearly going to be a seam line right here. But we might want to scribe that. Let's check it out. Gonna have some fun painting because right up in here is supposed to be like a yellow, or in this case I do a yellow with the top coat of gold. We're matching all of our Gundam Wing high grade units together, and that's what we did for that color scheme on Wing 0. Kind of give it that slight yellow metallic look without it being gold entirely. Caught up on sleep. I hear ya, buddy. We're gonna have to get that next speed build going. A Saturday here in the future. That way we can work on those backlogs. Alright, it looks like... Thank you, engineer team. So we are not going to have to do any seam line repair because there's a natural occurring separation right here in the beam rifle, or the beam cannon. Looks like right here we'll need a seam line. Actually, I'm kind of even okay with that. Right here where we have, there's a seam right here, but it should be an easy enough to fix with just some adhesive. Yeah, they did a remarkable job on this. They made it real nice. So looking at that back piece, so this back piece is actually supposed to be solid as well. So we have the seam line repair here at the top, here underneath, that'll be seen, and then right here. But overall, that is fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and get started on that right now. It is such a good, that is an awesome job on the engineering team. Really made it so that it's super friendly for us to build it and give it the accuracy it deserves. I've been working on some older kits and rebuilding them, and I got to see some of those not so friendly seam line repairs. Ooh, HG GM Sniper 2. I'm looking to get a set of 3 Jesters from GM Jesters because I am looking to have my own Londo Bell Squad from Unicorn Gundam. I got all the decals for it, that's for sure. There we go, got that separated. I've actually really come to like the thicker Tamiya cement for the seam line repair versus the thinner one. The thinner one I find good for like just doing normal repairs, but this gives such a nice thick coat. It makes it very easy to fix these up. It does take longer to dry, but I think it's a very good trade-off. Because I feel like I only have to do it one coat, both sides. And at that point it's real straightforward. Oh, we need, yep, got the bell. Oh! Got on the instructions. Not looking to do that. That's why I'm starting to wear that apron. Protect myself. Ooh! Evil Mikey, is that starting watching or building some Iron-Blooded Orphan kits? Both are good choices either way. I wasn't thrilled with the end of the second season, but the rest of it is quite fantastic. I personally wasn't thrilled with the end of the second season. I think I even wrote about it on Reddit that I was like so disappointed. Those are some phenomenal high grade kits, or just kits in general. I guess they have a few. Um, they have a few non HD. They have some full mechanics. It's really where. But here's actually one of them. This is actually a fun one. I helped with my daughter. She chose this color scheme, so yes, that's why it's literally sparkly and glittery. But the really amazing thing is that all these parts are interchangeable with any other, with about any other Iron-Blooded Orphans kit. So it's really cool, and they have amazing posability. You can see we got a full curl of a leg, and the arms are usually just about as bendy as well. So this is Grimdeer. This is actually a really nice kit to do in the first place. They're really simple, great for their, and if you look at it, they're great for like painting and really easy to paint as well. They're a lot of fun kits. Really good if you want to build some. I'm going to show one more off if I can, since you bring it up. So parts are interchangeable, but you can see like really easy to get some super cool detail, as you can see here, the Ahab system. More ball joints as well. Easy to brush on those pieces. It's really some fun kits as well. So this was one of my finer weathering attempts in all actuality. But this is Astaroth Gundam. But yeah, it's really fun to get these additional extra details. Like, they're good kits. And then you can see that easily this arm will transfer from this Gundam to the other one almost effortlessly. So, highly recommend them. They're great. They're great builds. So, I've got myself 4 that I've personally done. The master grade is right behind me as well for Barbatos. That was a phenomenal build. All right. However, though, this is about Vayeate tonight, not the Blooded Orphans. The Iron-Blooded Orphans. All right. Let's get these other pieces cut out. I love how this gun is actually two-toned. So we got black, and then we get this lighter gray here as well. Really to add some spice to this. Hey, actually, if you see a Vual, I want it. I can't find it anywhere, but yeah, hit me up and let me know if they have any other. Oh goodness, which one? I think that's really the only one that I'm looking for. Vual, or maybe an original Gushan, the green one. If you see those there, let me know and I can PayPal you some money and have you send it to my way. Because this is like really the only kits that I'm having a hard time getting my hands on. I have a really cool diorama planned for my Iron-Blooded Orphans kits. Words really don't describe it. I just need to get building to it. I recently just got my Calamity War version of one of the ones from the show, and I'm really stoked to build it. We're actually getting some really good clips here. Not even really needing that much sanding. Actually, the seam scraper would work pretty good here. We got this line right here down the back that's not just the prettiest, so and then right here in the top part as well. But I guess not much of that is going to be shown anyway, just to look at it now. This slides in like such. A little cleaning up to do right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to find myself sanding all this, which is fine. I'm looking to see how it all fits together now. We're going to have to paint this as well. That two-tone. Looks like this fits up underneath the bottom here. Good stuff. Got this other piece. This one practically even fell out. Oh, whoops. I got him on backwards. This one's on the ball joint. Oh, that's tight though. That's real tight. Because it's not on the right part. There we go. Alright, that makes more sense. There we go. This goes underneath. Big boy. And I imagine this folds up like this. And let's see how it mounts. Yeah, so that's actually it for the gun, but I mean, I could not be happier with how it looks. It's just super simple, but looks phenomenal. Looks like we got a C215. We may have a couple of those, it looks like. And I only see one this time, but I'm making this specifically that steel color. That's going to snap in right there. I'm not going to give it a hard snap right now, just because we're going to paint it first. This does go in like that. So outside of the sanding portion, the gun is solid now. That once again, I'm just thrilled with how that looks. So simple, but yet so awesome. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything actually, because it was so simple. But there it is. Vayeate's a big old bad boy. We're gonna work on the generator now. This does open up, so this is probably gonna be the hardest part of this whole painting, because we have the stickers kind of show it off a little bit here. See what we're working with. So the middle piece here is supposed to be black, while the outer ring is gold, and the outer and inner rings are gold. So I'm not sure what the best and the cleanest way is to paint that. We'll come up with something by the time when it's time to paint it. Either way, we're going to clip it out still. This has also got some gold inlays right here, sticker base, so that will be easy. The stickers will do their job there to mask it off. Ah, got it. Reverse washing. I'll paint the whole thing black, and then paint the gold on top of it, and then at that point, wash it off. Wash off the gold. That'll be our best way. So we'll probably show that one because of the in-depth that we need for it, so I will happily show that. It's actually going to be interesting though, because we're gonna choose a little bit different color than normal for that. Well, that's gonna definitely need to be sanded. But we get to choose. I mean, this is actually like a more straight up yellow in general, but I have a orchard yellow, which I think we're gonna use for it specifically here. If we do that, we have to do it for everything else though too. Thinking out loud. Sorry you have to deal with that. Let's see what else we got going on here. So this jumps itself into here, like such. Just soft snapping for now. Alright, so this is definitely going to have to be painted on the inside though too. Alright, so we got this. So this actually does, it snaps into here. Well, it doesn't have like a snapping sound per se, but it's going to go in there like that, because it opens up. So both of these have to be painted on the inside and outside. Outside going to be one color, inside's going to probably be another. I think I'm going to go with like a dark steel or a gunmetal for the inside. That would kind of make sense. It is a cool look though. Got this D10. And D9. I am also trying to scratch build a Gundam Fenice Rincasta into a Epion version. And so I'm going to make a heat rod from its shield is my goal. But I have yet to discover how I'm going to make the heat rod itself. To be determined. Alright, so it shows now that our wire piece, these two things combine first off. Excuse me. Like such. Shows both ends of our wire going in here. Like such. Kind of pull a little bit taut. And then it shows us getting our D5 and D6, finishing up the runner actually. Right, got that clipped. Alright. Looks like we're going to have another nice touch up from the engineering team. See how it looks. So it is showing, it's kind of hard to see actually. So we are looking at right here. And it's showing this guy, like such, just before the hole. This going in. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. It is very firm. Going like that. And then this clips together. I'm looking for any possible seam lines, and yep, we just got this one right here. Looks pretty cool though. I wonder if we need to clip any of this off, but we're about to find out. No, it keeps it all long. How about that? I guess I don't have the length. Oh, no, I guess I did have the length correct once I bent it. So it's saying that this sits. I feel like I missed a step. Guess not really. Oh, I think I see how it works. I think it's actually best if I push, yeah, this pushes in better that way. And that goes on, yeah, that went on a lot easier that way. Need to straighten up the cord just a little bit, but this actually really coolly slides right up in here. So that's how that's sitting right there. And once again, they did a really good job with making so that, actually, I think this might even be better if we just scribe that right there. Scribe that, scribe this. Yeah, I think we're gonna just do that real fast. Kind of give us some extra dimensions there. But everything else is pretty solid. Yeah, so it sits on the inside, like this. Gun comes off. This slides out. Okay, and this goes into the back of the gun. Ooh! That is mean. That is a sweet design. Yeah, it was really cool, and it's super big. I mean, check out how big it is. There's our Gundam for scale. But it's pretty accurate in the show. The show, I mean, this rifle is huge. This cannon is huge. So, all right. Next piece is to get what is needed to finish up mounting it to the back. It says C215, C215 as well. But I don't see two C2s. I'm guessing that's a C313. But we're gonna make sure. Nope, there it is. Second C2. but I'm thinking it's the exact same part. And it is. We're gonna use it. There's that. This goes in here. Oh, nice and tight too. That's good. That mounts there. That mounts on the back. That's really nice and firm too. That's great. That's great news. That is a really awesome design, but man, it is a huge set. It's so big. So I think this needs to go off center just a little bit there to get it just right. But yes, there we go. And you can see that those parts are actually nice and tight. So once they're painted and ready to go, I think it's going to be super, super solid. So we're going to take this off though. I've got my scribing tool right here. I'm going to get some scribing done for it. And the rest of it's going to be a little bit of sanding here. So stick around for that. Maybe get a little bit quiet here as we just do our cleanup bits for tonight. So for this, we're going to go with a nice big scribing head. That's going to really help to merge the two plastics together, especially when we hide them with the panel lining. So I'm not lining up exactly on the seam itself, just a little bit right next to it. Alright, there we go. For this one, I'm going to use the 0.6. Maybe not the 0.6, let's go 0.4. Now granted, if we see that the scribe tool is a little bit bigger than smaller than our space, then we can always, just get a new piece of tape. But right here it looks pretty solid. I will mention that this is a softer than normal plastic. And I definitely feel it while scribing. Yeah, it looks a lot better with that scribe now. Now we're going to do the other side. Alright, that looks good. Don't forget that if you're going to scribe, you need to also sand. Now the way that these units are designed though, we can easily paint this though. We're going to take it apart. All the pieces like don't interfere with each other at all in a bad way, so we can just take it apart, easily paint all of it, and then put it right back together. All biscuits. That needs to be seamline repaired. Just straight up, like there's no getting around that. As I literally talk about how this would be easy to paint, then I find that. Oh buddy, that got actually stuck in there. Which I needed to come out. Ooh, yeah, that got scary. He was very tight in there. scratchy as far as loudness goes. That echo of the chamber. Alright, it's about that time, and we're actually pretty much finished up with what we're going to be able to get done for tonight anyway. Got some painting and stuff to do. We'll get that all done and taken care of by next time, for next week. So we'll have that all taken care of. We got our Canis generator. Oh, that's what they call it, yes. We got the generator all finished up. We got the gun ready to go. There's a little bit of sanding that needs to be done here, but that's unavoidable for right now. So we're going to have to just wait on that for the time being. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you learned a few new things if you haven't already. Glad to hear that you had a good holiday there as well. Got to rest up some. That's also very, very important too. So hopefully you were just as stoked as I am to see this next stage of this Gundam come together. So a little bit of disassembly for the night, so that way it can be ready to paint. Because we're not looking to paint this, but we've already got our crease now. I'm actually going to try to make it again. Get as close to even as possible. We might leave this connected as long as we can. Just because of how difficult it is to keep that crease line. As a matter of fact, we need to do that seam line repair. We could probably just tape this off. And paint that up. Okay, there we go. And now it's time to press it. For it to never become undone. And we get this pretty close to even. Alright, next up, painting. So sanding that up, painting those few things. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really good piece once we're all done with it. Just that big old cannon generator. So this piece we will show, we're going to show the double painting going on here. So I'm also going to look and see if these are black on the inside or if they are a different color by chance. So we'll find that out as well. So stay tuned. Check it out next week. Super excited for this build and for its future partner in crime, the Mercurius, as well. So, but until we see each other, whether it's at Gunpla Chill or next week, have a great evening.